Hey guys, sorry if I scared you there. Today is going to be another creepy video. This is episode 5 of Unsolved Mysteries and Urban Legends. Now, I haven't made one of these episodes in a while, but I'm making another one today, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have not seen my last video, it is my 500 subs special. It's ASMR, links in the description, all with all my other links. Of course, follow me on everything. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Put hashtag backrooms in the comments and I will pin and heart your comment. Another thing I want to recommend is if you guys can get me to 600 subs, I will do something. I don't know what specifically yet, but I will do something. So yeah, roll the intro. Sorry. Now, what exactly are the backrooms? Have you ever played a video game and like Call of Duty, fucking, I don't know, GTA, and you kind of clip out of the game into some weird dimension that wasn't supposed to be there? That's kind of what the backrooms are, but only in real life. The urban legend goes, some people go there accidentally and other people go there purposely. Why you want to go there, I have no idea. But here's how it goes. Some people, if you travel there at the right speed, at the right time, in the right way, you'll clip out. Now, at first level, you will have endless, and I do mean endless, empty rooms, such as an office. And once you get in the back rooms, there's no getting out. So, before you actually reach the first level, you will have a sub-level to go through first. This sub-level is a really long hallway. In this one hallway, you're right here, there's no power, everything has the emergency lights, and this hallway is about the size of a football field. Okay? Really long, maybe even longer. And apparently, it's designed to look like a hospital with no power. However, there are emergency lights that are red, as one does. There are a shit ton of doors. Don't bother opening them. They're all locked. However, you are in danger. Now, before we continue this sub-level information, I'm going to let you know something. Each level has very dangerous entities. Some are spider people. Some of them are actually pretty decent, but we'll get onto that later. Now, to win this sub-level, the goal is to run as fast as you can down the hallway and get to the door to reach level 1. And of course, just like any other level, every single dangerous and disturbing monster will know exactly where you are. You will start to hear rustling sounds behind you. There's a wall behind you, but somehow they can get to you. So you run as fast as you can. Like I said, don't bother opening any of the doors, they're all locked. You will also have to climb over stuff such as desks, chairs, etc. Don't let the monsters catch you or you will be unalived. Of course, I also want to point out that there are also food, edible food, water just there. Nothing wrong with it. You can eat it and drink it. Doesn't matter. Once you reach to the door, you quickly open it and close it. The monsters will no longer follow you in the sub-level. However, the first actual level 1 is a bunch of empty office spaces. And some people say that if you keep going and going and going, it seems like an infinite room. Now, of course, there are ways to do this. You have actions to gain each level. However, in this office space, if you keep going, you'll end up just going insane. There are also monsters there. So, you might be asking, are there any weapons there? No. Unless you go there with a weapon, then I guess there's one weapon there. But if you go to level 1 without a weapon, no. I'd also recommend when you go on the sub level to quickly pick up something. I don't know, a hammer, maybe a metal pipe, something. Then reach level 1. Because at least then you have a weapon. with your bare hands, you don't stand a chance against these things. And as you go through level 1, you'll start to see, at the corner of your eye, you'll start to see these weird shadow people. And then you'll progress and get into the spider people and these weird humanoids that definitely want to kill you. Now, there are also levels such as this arcade. And in the arcade, it's endless arcades. Nothing wrong with it. This one's not that scary though, because even though it's a level in the back rooms, there's infinite arcades. But there are food and water. However, they're covered in this weird slime that if you eat it, you'll go insane. There is one entity on this level, and no, it's actually it's not dangerous. It's actually one of the most chill spirits or entities in the back rooms. And all it wants is intelligent conversation. That's all. Nothing else. You can talk to him. You can give him a handshake, or it a handshake, I should say. It's not specified on the gender, so for the sake of this video, I'm going to call it it. So anyways, yes, once you get there, and you're done, whatever. Infinite games, right? How to win this level, I have no idea. Maybe you just escape. Another level we're going to be talking about is this weird bedroom. You walk in the door, bedroom. It's designed to look like a classic bedroom. Posters, bed, etc. Whatever you do, don't sleep on the bed. There's also a chair in the room. Don't sit on the chair, because the chair will suck you in, because it is not a normal chair, it is actually an entity. The bed, on the other hand, is not an entity, although it is. Okay, it's kind of like a magnet, only instead of metal, it attracts living creatures. The only thing it doesn't attract is the entities. So, of course, once you lay down on the bed and you wake up from a fresh nap, you're going to see the entities around you, staring at you. That is, if the ones have eyes. And of course, you're not going to be able to move. Sort of like sleep paralysis, only you can speak, you can move, but you can't get off the bed because, like I said, it is basically a human magnet. Now, if you don't do either or, you'll see another door. Open it. Walk through. It's a closet. Once you enter the closet, you have about 30 seconds to turn on the light, because when it's in dark, you'll have like little slithers of light from the room, and yes, there is a light switch you can use, and of course there's a window, and in the window there is a sunny day. Of course, when you open the window, it's just an infinite void. If you jump out the window in the infinite void, you obviously die. Basically, that would be like jumping into space without a suit. Another thing you should know is that once you enter the closet, you will have slithers of light to, move around. But once you look behind you, you'll just see a wall. Turn on the light, you'll turn around again, you'll see a door. Open said door. Walk in. Boom. Another bedroom. And you repeat this process over and over and over and over and over again. A never endless slew of bedrooms, just infinite. Eventually, you will have to keep doing this until you reach a very specific door that instead, and you just do it just like any other time, only instead of it being a normal door, it would be two doors put together. Now, here's the thing. There are some people who do it in like 3 tries and get that door, and other people have to try 100 times. And another thing about the backrooms is that apparently you don't age. You don't age, however, you can die. You don't die of old age though, but you do die of like, I don't know, you can get your heart ripped out or some shit and die, but aging wise you can't die. Because time doesn't exist in that dimension, so therefore you don't age. Your aging process is temporarily halted, but as soon as you step out of the back room, somehow you'll get out, if you can, which most people can't. Yeah, you'll definitely be there. And I also have a theory that if we can clip into the back rooms with these entities, the entities are born in the back room, so theoretically, couldn't they clip into our world? I don't know. Leave in the comments. Tell me what you think about that. But let's get back into the video. Another level we're going to be talking about is even freakier. It is, once you walk in the door, you'll have this small little square of concrete, or tile, whatever the fuck, it's a floor. Around that tile will be a swimming pool. Now, once you enter this giant swimming pool that basically takes up the whole room except for this like small slither of land that you stand on, it looks like it's just a normal swimming pool. You know, you get the pool floaties and shit. However, the pool floaties, they look like they float, but actually they're made out of concrete, and they are not really heavy until they hit water. Of course, don't get them, because you don't want to float. Once you start floating, you'll notice there will be a giant hand that will just pick you up, crush you, and drag you up, assuming to eat you. Now, like I said, here's the goal. This swimming pool is deep. So deep, it feels like it goes on forever. You have to swim down 20 feet, okay? Once you swim down 20 feet, you'll see an oxygen tank and goggles and shit. Put those on as fast as you can. Go down another 20 feet, you'll find flippers. Go down another 20 feet, and of course, you'll find the rest of your gear. Now don't think you have an infinite number of oxygen, because you don't. The further you go, the more oxygen you use. And of course, this thing goes down infinite. Now you gotta keep going and keep going. Some people find it quickly, like I said before, and other people's, it takes like months and years in that dimension to be able to find the right object. Of course, once you go down far enough, eventually you will find you ever had you know how in the bathtub they have those plugs? You'll find that. Pull the plug and it will suck you up just like any other pool, and it will close itself. You'll fall down a tube and enter another room, the lava room, which is really weird because it sounds like kind of a Minecraft thing, but whatever. I didn't really make this up, but whatever. The lava room. How do you escape that? You don't. You die. Respawn. Die. Come back. Die. Die infinite number of times. Now, you can somehow survive this. They say that if you die enough times, you'll eventually die and then respawn in a different level. But, like I said, these levels go on forever. Quite literally forever. It's like basically the multiverse. Infinite number of rooms, infinite number of possibilities, infinite number of monsters. My question is, I have one question about the monsters though. If there are more than one monster, do you think they fuck and breed? Why am I thinking about that? You might be asking, why am I thinking about that? I don't know. Anyways, you get the point. Each level gets more dangerous and creative than the last. The monsters. Let's talk about them now. One of the classic monsters you're going to see is a humanoid figure. Shadow-like black, leathery skin, no eyes, sharp teeth, long elongated fucking arms and legs, skinny as a bone, and of course, he can move crazy fast. And your worst fear is correct. He has a serious case of the munchies, because he will kill you and eat your flesh. Another monster is kind of a cute little bunny alien type thing that I've seen on some of the lore involving the backrooms, because you might think, oh, the backrooms was just an internet urban legend, which I thought of that too, until I started researching it. And I've been researching this shit, and the backrooms dates back to literally forever. It wasn't discovered until like, I think it was the Middle Ages, and so this takes back years and centuries ago. So it's not just like it just popped up. There's lore to it. See, if someone just made it up, there would be no folklore, but the fact that there is means maybe, just maybe, this thing has been around forever. Did they call it some different names? Maybe. But we call it the backrooms, so I'm going to continue to call it the backrooms. Anyway, getting back to the creature. The creature kind of looks like an alien rabbit you would see in a Disney cartoon or some shit. They say, don't pet it. If you get close enough to it, it has these tentacles. These little skinny tentacles with hooks on the bottom of them. You might think these are easy. However, these tentacles have the strength of a literal elephant. And the hooks are not fucking cheap either. These hooks are practically made out of titanium. So you're not going to be able to get out of that shit. Of course, the tentacles also produce a toxin that temporarily paralyzes you. So if I was you, I'd run. Another entity there seems to be a man, an elderly man who no one is allowed to talk to. He'll present himself as an elderly man, usually a janitor, sometimes a health inspector, and they say if you see him, he won't try to hurt you, he won't try to follow you, unless you speak to him. Once you speak to him, he will then grab you by the throat, pin you to the wall, and then proceed to reach into your stomach and kill you. Sometimes this elderly man likes to be creative. He likes to take his time. You might think he'll just kill you instantly, but sometimes he likes to toy with his food. He likes to give you a torture session before he actually kills you. And yet again, we're going to talk about his abilities, such as like he has, and if you try to run, once you try to, some people say like you can take something on you and hit him in the face, which does work, but he does follow you after that point. And he has super strength, and he could run really, really fast. Your only hope to escape him is to say you're on this level and you meet him, right? Usually he's around either a school level or a kitchen level. Your only hope to escape him is to hide in a locker or to hide in under a desk or table. Although he does have a lot of strength and speed, he doesn't have that much intelligence. So really, if you hide under a table or something, he won't find you unless he sees you hiding under there. Then he'll kill you either way. So, another entity I want to talk about is, yet again, the shadow person. The shadow person is a 6 foot tall, maybe even 7 foot tall, non-gender entity who takes the form of a shadow. Like I said, he has no gender, so I'm going to be calling him it, the entity it, because it has no gender. It also has no face. It just takes the silhouette of a shadow, just like any other shadow person. However, he does have a shadow scythe. He's known to have a scythe and or sword made out of shadows. You try to hit him, you can't hit a shadow, although it can hit you. So, run. Don't bother hitting it. Usually its weakness is light, so if you can find light, anything, sunlight, artificial light, candlelight, it will slow down. So, in the level where the shadow person is, it's kind of dark. At first, it starts out as dim for like about 30 seconds, just enough for you to look around. Usually you'll find a table with a flashlight, candle, matches, or a lantern. Even if it's just a small laser, it will get stunned by it long enough for you to run and get some distance. Usually it's either a candle, or maybe a flashlight, or maybe a lantern. But that's it. There's no lasers, although it would be cool. If you keep going down another level, which would be, I think it's the level of Infinite Woods. It'll make you look like you're in the woods, but really you're not. You're still in the back rooms, which is weird because the woods isn't a room, but yeah, it's whatever. So you get there. You might think you're alone. Guess again. You have giant, predatory, mutated, demonic-looking ass birds that resemble pteranodons, but not really, because they're more demonic than dinosaurish, so whatever. And they will follow you. They will follow you everywhere, and they'll wait till you're at your last, weakest moment to kill you. They stalk you. They go by smell. They don't really have eyes either, and they don't have ears, but they do go by smell. They can fly really fast, they're really big, and really strong. Their feet have sharp claws and spikes, and they're made out of really, 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 really hard armor. Like, not like metal, but like really, really tough shells on their feet, so they will follow you. Your only escape out of this one is to find a hole in the ground. You can either find one or you can make one. Making one's a little harder, but if you have to, it is possible. You keep digging, you keep digging, you keep digging, and eventually you'll fall through into a cavern. That cavern leads to the spiders, the spider room. These spiders have highly toxic venom that also mimic radiation. So once you get bit by radiation, and a spider and you get radiation poisoning, which I had to look this up, but when you get a high enough dose of radiation, it actually takes apart your DNA. Now you might think, hey, does that make me a superhero? No, it gives you cancer. But let's get into the video even more. So, now that we talked about the entities, we're going to talk about if you were planning on going here, or maybe you just want to think ahead of time just in case. I recommend a sword, not a knife, maybe a machete. I'd also recommend a gun, possibly with a silencer. I don't recommend a handgun, although if you have to, that would be okay. Shotguns, AR rifles are my recommendation. Not a double barrel though. Let's see, ammo for said gun as well. Or you can just get a melee weapon. That'll work as well too. I also recommend food and water, but then again, most people don't plan to go there, so it's going to be hard to get these things. So just carry around some kind of melee weapon if you have to. I also recommend passing these levels as fast as you can, as best as you can. If you have some sort of entity in front of you, try to not make yourself known. And one more advice I have for you is that expect the unexpected. Expect to die. You want to win the rooms? Expect to die. Because if you expect to live, you're going to have your expectations too high. You're not going to care what happens. You're going to make mistakes. If you expect to die, most likely you're going to be more careful and you're going to be more strategized and focused to get out. Now, are you going to get out? Most likely not. One out of 99% of people will be able to get out. But that other 99 either stays there forever or dies, and we never hear from them again. There are apparently, the military has heard about this and has tried to create portals to keep those entities in line. And the worst part is that these aren't like soldiers going to war either. These soldiers are told that you have to be ready to die. You have to be ready to kill anything. If that fucking creature knocks out your gun, you have to be ready to destroy yourself with a grenade to be able to save them. That's how dangerous they are. So, have you guys liked this video? Let me know in the comments. This has been an awesome video. I hope you had enjoyed making it. I can't wait for episode 6 to come out. So please like and subscribe to the channel and follow me on everything. Hit that notification bell. Also look in the comments for my last video, or you can check the end screen. Leave in the comments #backrooms and I'll pin and heart your comment. Thank you to all my new subscribers and viewers. If you have not seen me before, I am Better Shadow, and you are my wolf pack. Welcome. You will always be a part of our wolf pack. And if you are in our wolf pack, you're family. Love you guys. See you guys next time, and remember, stay spooky.